If you just got laid off, but you still have access to your company computer, here's one thing that you can do that will seriously pay dividends for the rest of your job search. And by the way, most job seekers forget to do this. So just by doing this, you're going to have a leg up. Go back and find documentation for the results that you've delivered to the company. What I mean by that is go back, look through, if you've been with the company for 8 years, go back and look at all the projects and initiatives that you worked on, write them down so that you remember, and then go through and try to find what were the results, the KPIs, the numbers, the changes, the impacts that those projects that I worked on delivered for the company. A lot of times the most recent thing that we worked on isn't necessarily the best thing to talk about in an interview, so you want to make sure to remember, here are all the cool projects that I worked on, and most importantly, the results that they delivered to the company. And really take this time to think about what was the true impact that this project delivered on the company. It can be anything from a new market acquired of customers. It can be increased revenue. It can be decreased costs. It could be faster onboarding time, or an improved customer experience, or higher net promoter score, or it can even be reduced amount of manual labor that has to be done due to the fact that we implemented automations. Really ask yourself, for every project that you worked on, what was the true impact? What were some numbers? What were some KPIs that I can share? Now, of course, please don't take any proprietary information from your company that you're not allowed, like customer data or any sort of trade secrets. But if you just look at the pure numbers, hey, we increased our revenue from this to this, or even this is the percent that we increased the revenue by, that should be pretty safe. And it's going to be really helpful for two places. One, it's going to be helpful in your resume. And number two, it's going to be super, super helpful for your interviews, because a lot of us tend to talk about our skills without actually giving proof that we can do those things. And one of the biggest ways to prove that we have an actual valuable impact to a company and to actually stand out in the context of an interview is to talk about how the projects that you worked on directly impacted the bottom line, which are some of the numbers that we're talking about here. And a little pro tip, if you have a little bit of extra time, save any sort of good emails that you got from your boss, from coworkers, from clients that made you feel good, that reaffirmed that you were doing a great job. That can be really helpful for you when you are job searching to remember, oh my gosh, I was actually really good at my work. And it can also be helpful to help jog your memory for some of the impact that you had. And by the way, if you found this helpful, be sure you're following this account. I'm an interview coach, but this month I'm going to be releasing all sorts of tips around how to reduce the amount of time between your layoff and getting that next amazing job offer.